And I'm just curious, with Notre Dame, like, do you guys watch any film ever in the off season or whatever of past Notre Dame guys to kind of see what that looks like? Like, Quentin Nelson obviously being a big example of that.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. We watch both, their college stuff and their NFL stuff, but we kind of mostly focus on the college stuff just because it's more applicable to our offense. What they ran pretty similar to what we ran now, and it's always fun. It was always like the best of Notre Dame clips, and you'd watch them and you see some of the plays they make, and it's just,
Yeah.
you always have that want and that drive to be that guy in that tape next. So we've always watched them. It's always been a blast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And yeah, with Mike McGlinchey, playing left there with Quentin Nelson, I'm sure, you
yeah.
guys kind of having similar body types and stuff. I'm sure there was a lot like kind of translatable there, for you
Yeah, there
guys.
definitely was, and it was always a blast watching that left side because I felt like they could move anything.
Yeah. Yeah, they,
Yeah.
they really did. All right, tackle over again on this next one right here. It's just really good movement off the ball right here.
Mhm.
And again, the finish stands out. But yeah, just getting into contact inside hands and, creating that displacement vertically and then just taking them laterally. I feel like, couldn't really do much better of a job. And then kind of the little stare down too is kind of cool, right? You know, I noticed that kind of pop up here and there, which is, just setting the tone really. It feels like.
Yeah, no, for me, that's kind of got into that this year. I'm not a huge fan of it. I just happen sometimes you get in the heat of the moment, but
Yeah.
when guys start talking a little bit of smack, I'm not a huge smack talker. I kind of want to let my actions speak it. So, on this one, he was talking smack the play before, I'm pretty sure, and
Okay.
gets me going a little bit. So just kind
Yeah.
of got to let him know at times.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty subtle compared to
Yeah,
what some guys do. So
yeah,
it's really not. But yeah, just I mean, getting into contact here, into your fit, I feel like that, really stands out. That's kind of a difficult, feel like alignment with him being so tight.
Mhm.
But you managed to do it really well. And I just feel like at your size, being able to do that is difficult for anybody. But are you just basically resetting your feet right here and just trying to get inside of him? Is that kind of
Yeah.
the
I mean,
progression?
ideally, I'd love to bring my backside to my right leg. I'd love to bring that through more and get it past my first and not get to that kind of sprawl position
Okay.
just because you're going to get more movement early and get the displacement. But something that I had to work on this season was we saw a lot more movement than I was used to. And, being able to trust your footwork and still fly off the ball, even when there's movement, is something that I really took to heart and tried to work on this season and still need to improve on. And I'm definitely aware of that. But I think that's where you see me kind of get spread as I'm a little bit like I get into it and now I'm waiting for the escape. And instead, in the future, just like you hit it, he's there. Now let's run. So I don't love that kind of spread, that reset of my feet. I'd love to be able to just run off the ball and keep it going. But something I was definitely working on throughout the season.
Yeah, I feel like just watching a lot of line play, with the movement, post snap, I feel like, yeah, that balance of trying to be aggressive into contact and creating movement with, accounting for the movement is one of the
Yeah.
most difficult parts of playing the position, you know.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. And it's something that I think is just, at least for my 3 years, it just kept happening more and more. At first you get those base looks, and then, as your offensive line, I feel like kind of develops its name and gets, better and better. You start to see more and more movement because they don't want to really line up, base four down, base odd, and just run up against you. So you get a lot more movement. But it's something we take pride with as a group. We know that we're doing our jobs, cause them to move because they know they don't really trust, going one on one or, getting double teamed. They got a slant. So something we worked on a lot and knew going into game plans, and then something, we took a lot of pride in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get a whole lot better than this, scoring a touchdown with the finish at the end.
Yeah. This one was just, base, base inside zone with a little bit of a read on the outside guy outside of me. And we thought pre-snap he was off enough. We knew the ball was hitting inside, so we left him, we hung him, and just went vertical with it, and then ended up working out. So yeah.
Yep, for sure. This one's pretty crazy. To me, I mean, your ability to sustain on this backside backer trying to get over the top, really good contact first of all, but then when he's trying to get outside of you, this like, getting out of this basically and displacing him more is, I just feel like that's pretty special. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously you want to be in better body control than where you can see right after this, frame. I kind of fall forward a little bit, but you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to be bigger than these guys. You got to keep your feet moving, and yeah, no, this was a fun one for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And do you think this one, is there one of those drills that you guys work on that, is showing up here, or is this just more so your athletic ability just figuring
No,
it
this is
out?
definitely we work this shed drill. So you come up to a linebacker, you make contact, and they're gonna move. So you got to be able to. They're gonna go left or right. They're gonna go where the ball's going. That's where they're gonna move. So it's being able to fit and then still have you be able to keep your feet moving with the guy wherever he goes. And this is something we drill and work on. This one was a little bit unique just because the way it kind of he went back and away and then tried to kind of come back across my face
Yeah.
got me a little bit more off balance than I would have liked, but it ended
Yeah.
up working out. But yeah, this is definitely something we drill regularly.
And another thing, I think most people watching this will kind of realize this, but some people that don't, like the ball, everything behind the offensive lineman, you don't know, what's happening. So accounting for something that you can't see, I mean that, obviously it's just very difficult. And yeah, I mean it takes, I guess, a special caliber of athlete at offensive line and feel and just things that are hard to like explain, to get it done.
Yeah,
If that
yeah,
makes sense. And
for sure.
yeah, it's just really cool to see that transpire with certain guys, more than others. And I think guys who could do that at a high level, that's huge. So
Yeah.